What's up? It's your boy Vicious, and I gotta take a little break from this rap game for a sec, right? So while that's happening, I figured I'd do a couple little things, see how this works out. Um, I'm gonna talk to you guys about my favorite thing that's not rapping, wrestling. Okay, so don't give me shit about it. I love it. I grew up watching it. J- just don't do it. So, starting off with the first video, we got Clash of Champions. So Raw, first ever, quote unquote, first ever Raw exclusive pay per view. Starting off, we got the kickoff show, the match of Alicia Fox versus Nia Jax, which I dubbed the Battle of the Crazies because, let's face it, there are a couple of crazy broads. Nia Jax is a straight monster. She's undefeated right now, which is kind of crazy with that leg drop she used as a finisher. And on the other hand, you got Alicia Fox, who I guess storyline crazy. I don't know. She thinks she can handle Nia Jax. It didn't turn out well. Nia Jax hit a Samoa drop on Alicia Fox, and she picked up the victory. So I don't know. They're two. I think they're good workers. I mean, I can't say the rest for anybody else. Moving on to the main show, the starting match, which I thought was going to be somewhere in between the middle. It was the New Day versus Gallows and Anderson, and I keep wanting to call them the Bullet Club, even though I know they're not the Bullet Club right now. But it was a tag team title match. It was Clash of Champions, so had to be done. First things first, Carl Anderson. He hit a running power bomb on like Kofi Kingston, and the way Kingston hit the mat, it totally looked like he hit like the top of his spine, maybe. But tremendous worker, by the way, great seller. He's a terrific dude. And then there was a part where Big E was on the outside, and he got a hot tag from Kofi Kingston, and he hit a triple belly to belly on Carl Anderson, which was kind of cool. And then immediately, Gallows and Anderson both got in the ring. It hit a boot of doom real early on the match. I would say about maybe 2.5, 3 minutes into the match, they hit the boot of doom. So obviously that was going to be a fake finish. I don't know if anyone believed it. I sure didn't. And then right after that, it was a pretty much a big spot fest. Big E hit the big ending on Anderson, another faux finish, and then the one that actually ended them all. I don't know if I liked the ending. I'm not really a big fan of the screwy finishes, I guess that's what you want to call it. But Xavier Woods came out with Francesca, the trombone, and smacked Anderson above the head with it, to which Big E and Kofi Kingston set up the Midnight Hour, hit it, they retain. Next match, we have TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick, the Brian Kendrick, for the Cruiserweight title. To be honest, I didn't watch any of the Cruiserweight Classic matches just because I didn't think that the WWE was going to book them well, to be honest. So I wasn't going to watch that stuff, because growing up, they had the Cruiserweight Championship, all that stuff, the Light Heavyweight Championship, and I thought they were just going to, as like a side project type deal, but obviously they're moving forward, and wow, did I miss some crazy stuff in that tournament, man. If what I saw in this match is what most people did in that tournament, yeah, I missed something tremendous. But we got Perkins, TJ Perkins, like did like a springboard type thing over the top rope, to which Brian Kendrick grabbed the apron, the ring skirt, like lifted it up and caught Perkins in it. That was creative as hell. I had never seen no spots like that before. And then he was just going to town, wailing on him with fists, knees, whatever he could. There was a top rope hurricanrana over the ropes. Like, Perkins was on the top rope, and Brian Kendrick was laying against the ropes, and TJ Perkins like launched himself off and grabbed Kendrick and like got him over the ropes. I don't know if I saw that before, if that was a spot early, like in the tournament or whatever. It looked very familiar, but it was still pretty cool. And then Brian Kendrick hit sliced bread, which was kind of like a inverted, I don't know what to call this, reverse DDT maybe. No, maybe a reverse. I don't know. He should have hit the burning hammer, which was kind of like a attitude adjustment. He hit on Kota Ibushi in the tournament. I saw a highlight of that, but unfortunately, it's a kind of a dangerous move, so I don't think he's ever going to be hitting it again. And then after multiple, I'm talking 3 or 4 knee bar attempts, TJ Perkins finally locked in the killer one, and he made Brian Kendrick tap out to retain the also glorious purple belt. I love that design, by the way. Moving on, we have Sheamus versus Cesaro, the 7th match out of the 7 series, and the ending of this match was complete shit. They made us watch 6 crap matches, in my opinion, just to have a finish like, oh, somebody's injured or something. Like, I don't see the point behind that. I think booking kind of just fell flat on their end on that one. But there were a couple cool spots in the match, like Cesaro had tripped Sheamus onto the middle rope, and then he ran and did an actual 619 to him. It looked pretty stale, but come on, man. It was pretty cool. Excuse me. Oh, there was a spot where Cesaro did a suicide dive to Sheamus, where it kind of hit, but it kind of didn't. And then Cesaro, say this is like Cesaro's head, like right here. He jumped like this, and then his head kind of like went down, and he just landed square on his head. It was pretty nasty looking, to be honest. Like I said, match 7 ended in a no contest, so I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Yeah. Moving on, we got Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho. There was a spot early in the match where Chris Jericho went to Irish whip Zayn into the corner barricade, to which Zayn jumped up on the barricade and then moonsaulted and hit Jericho with it. I thought that was pretty cool. See here, we got Sami Zayn doing his patented torpedo DDT where he jumps through the bottom rope, and yeah, it kind of looked a little botched this time, but I can't really complain. It's still a flashy looking move, so I mean, I liked it. And then I don't know why WWE is so high on Chris Jericho. He's been in the business for so long. There's no reason that he should be taking victories over guys like Sami Zayn and stuff. And yeah, that being said, he hit the code breaker and he won. And if I'm being kind of bad, it's because I'm looking at notes right here. Sorry, it's my first ever video, so you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me? Next match, we have the triple threat for the women's championship between Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Bayley. In my eyes, I kind of saw this as like the females' version of the Shield triple threat match, because 3 of the 4 horsewomen, I'm sure somewhere down the line at one of the joint pay-per-views, there is going to be a 4 horsewoman match. I don't know if it's going to be for a title. Probably not, because that's going to be hard to do. But man, like the beginning couple minutes, it was there was a lot. Oh, it's going. There was a lot and lot of hair pulling. Like it looked like a genuine cat fight out there. I want to be chanting like Jerry or something. I don't know. It was just crazy. And there was a spot where all three of them went for a couple clotheslines back to back to back, to which they all three turned around and laid a triple drop kick on each other. So it was like supposed to be a reversal, but it was supposed to be a spot, and it was. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool and flashy. There was a spot where I forgot who laid who on, but Charlotte ended up getting in the tree of woe on the corner, and Bailey comes over and she like jumps off the bottom, the most bottom rope, and like there was like a elbow drop or something. Man, it was wicked looking. And then we got a spot where all three of them were on their knees, it's like in the ring, and Charlotte was just kept going back and forth, just chopping each and every one of them, and then they both got sick of it. Banks and Bailey got sick of it, and they both just charged her and just started beating her down. And there was a spot where Sasha Banks and Bailey were both laying laying prone in the ring, and Charlotte climbed up to the top rope and hit a double moonsault. Not like a double moonsault, but like they were both laying down next to each other, and she moonsaulted on both of them, which was really cool. Personally, my brother thought that she was going to pick up the double pin right there too. I don't know how that would have looked, so I couldn't really agree with him on that. And then the ending of the match, Bailey was outside the ring. She tried getting back in the ring, and Charlotte threw a big boot to Sasha Banks, to which she fell backwards, elbowed Bailey, and then Charlotte big booted Banks again to retain. I don't like her using the big boot as a finisher. To me, big boots, like, I don't know, they're just a simple basic strike move, to be honest. And yeah, she should have just used the natural selection or the figure eight, as she likes to call it, because those actually look good. Moving on, we have Rusev versus Roman Reigns for the United States title match. Personally, come on, man. Personally, I didn't like this match because it just seemed real slow paced compared to the other matches. Two big guys just in the ring, just brawling, having a slobber knocker of a bout, and I don't really have too much to say about it. There was a part where Reigns about to pick up the win, and Lana actually came in. She didn't come in the ring, but she grabbed the ref by the ankles and like pulled him out of the ring, hoping to get the disqualification, so Rusev loses the match but still retains the title. But the ref, I guess he didn't want it to end that way, so he that's my best you're out of here emotion. And he kicked her out. They started fighting for a little bit longer, and then Roman Reigns hit the spear on Rusev to become the new United States champion. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody I know likes Roman Reigns. I could tell nobody in the WWE universe, like on TV, likes Roman Reigns. What are you gonna do? Kevin fucking Dunn. Thank you. And then last match of the night, we have the match of the night. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship match. Earlier in the match, there was a spot where Seth Rollins was on the middle rope, and Kevin Owens came over, kicked him in the hamstring, and then hit like a massive like DDT. The way he like he like spiked him square on the top of his head. It looked evil as hell. And then I can't get over the fact that Kevin Owens is such a dirty heel. He's so good, just trash talking, singling out injured body parts. It's such a good tactic. Normally I call it a scapegoat tactic or a patsy tactic, but I'm a big fan of KO, man. It's the Kevin Owens show. It really is. There's a spot where Kevin Owens whipped Seth Rollins to a corner, to which he did the tumble deal over the top rope, like HBK Shawn Michaels. And then he came back with a freaking crazy like clothesline and made Kevin Owens turn head over heels. Oh my god, I know he does. I don't know the name that he does, but there's a move that Kevin Owens does that looks like he's setting up the package pile driver. However, he never ends up hitting it. He always like moves his arms or does something to where it's not the package pile driver, you know. And there were a couple times where they looked like they were gonna pull the trigger on him using the package pile driver. I know they never would, because it's such a crazy dangerous move. But you know, a man can get his hopes up, can he? Oh yeah, there was a couple of funny spots. First things first, Kevin Owens had Seth Rollins prone on an announcer's table, and he was gonna hit him with a running senton. But first, he was talking to the ref, and he was like, "What, are you gonna disqualify me? You're gonna DQ me?" And then he did the DX chop, and then he did the DX chop to Seth Rollins, and then he went for the senton and totally went through the announcer's table and missed. It was hilarious. And then they got back in the ring at one point, and Seth Rollins did the DX chop to Kevin Owens, yelled "suck it," and then hit him with the frickin' pedigree. I can't believe it. Earlier in the match, though, Jericho had come to the ring and made an appearance, and as of right now, the referee has been knocked out. Kevin Owens went for a pop-up powerbomb to Seth Rollins, and he jumped over him and landed on the ref. So the ref's been knocked out. So what does Y2J do? He comes in the ring and he kicks the shit out of Seth Rollins. Okay, so little funky ending here. Jericho beats up Rollins, and then Kevin Owens hits his pop-up powerbomb finally to retain the title. Overall, I thought it was an okay show. I thought Backlash was a little better. So I overall, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. I really don't care. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I've been Kid Vicious. I've been talking about wrestling, and if you've been here this whole time, watch the whole thing, thank you. Keep your eye out for more stuff. See you next time.